Hey, good morning. You are live back with the crew. Today we are going to talk about banking. Go figure, it's all over the news. Well, man, it's bright out here. It's been monsoonal and rains here lately, so anyway, it's been tough to make videos. But okay, I want to talk about banking. I know it's on the forefront of everybody's mind in the media and the news circus that's going on. I want to talk about what you and I need to understand about this whole system. The system is predicated on you not taking your money out, you having confidence. The energy of money is what you believe it to be. What we all understand, a dollar means money, it means labor, it means effort, it means I can buy something with it. That's changing slowly, but it is changing, and it's happening faster and faster and faster. 20 years I've been talking about this, and it's finally coming to be. It's not going to happen overnight, but I want to talk about a few aspects about what most channels, and I haven't heard anybody talking about a lot of this stuff yet. JP Morgan doesn't, I just heard on a different show, JP Morgan's going to bail these guys out, or there's talk that they're going to buy them on the dirt cheap. Well, there's a lot of people slinging this around about, oh, well, you know, they're going to wait till it's $2 and then, you know, they're crooks and they're going to, you know, pick them up at bottom level prices. Yeah, that's kind of what's going to happen for sure. They're not doing it because they're nice people at JP Morgan. They're not doing it for any other reason than one. They absolutely have to. You don't understand. They don't have a choice in the matter. Why is it that JP Morgan, the number one bank, has to bail those guys out? Why? Well, this goes back, now I'm going to get somewhat conspiratorial. But I did a video a few months back, and I talked about the I believe it was $24 trillion that was given to, I think it was 20 different banks globally, almost all of them in the Western banking system. I think they were all Western banks. Most of them being the ones that you know of. B of A, you know, Chase, you know the players involved here. They were given multiples of trillions of dollars. You can look it up. It's really kind of hard to find, but it's back there. That nest egg, if you will, that was given to them, I want to say it was March of 2020. That nest egg was given to them because of bank contagion going forward. See, this is no accident. This has been planned in many different ways. You've got the Fed, J-Powell, putting the screws to all the little banks and the medium-sized banks. And one of those medium-sized banks is failing, as we know, Silicon Bank. And they're failing for no other reason, no bad business practice, okay? No FTX problem here. They're simply failing because of lack of confidence in a banking system, okay? They're also were put under the gun 2 years ago, okay, that they thought was going to happen a lot quicker than it did, but that they were put under the gun in the sense that there was no money to be made. So what were they trying to do with their capital? What were they trying to do with their profits from these upstart companies that Silicon Bank was part of? Well, they were trying to earn money. Every time you earn money, you can't just sit it in a bank account. You have to have it somewhere earning money. It's what our whole system's banked on and based upon, okay? Debt earns more debt, essentially. Well, what were those guys going to do with it? Well, the big names in finance that I was laughing at over the year, 2 years ago, telling me I should buy treasury bonds 2 years ago. I want you to think about what channels you listened to that told you to buy those, okay? And I want you to ask them today, well, wait a minute, how about that advice you gave me 2 years about all that? Because everybody was swearing to do it. Well, what's collapsing that bank right now? They're up to their gills in treasuries. Nobody wants those treasuries. Nobody wants to buy those treasuries. And to get out of that short-term paper and to get into longer-term paper is now way more expensive and less profitable. Okay. You probably already figured all that out. Where I'm going with this whole thing is, where's the smart money going? Silver, land, I don't know. Where's smart money going? I'm talking about hedge funds. What are they going to do with their money? It's tricky right now. You're not going to T-bills. You're not going to play with those treasuries right now. Look at the avalanche that's happening. So these big banks are set with all this cash, expecting this contagion that is currently happening right now. Where are they going with it? What are they going to do with it? How do they know it's going to be secure, whatever they decide to do with it? That's where you guys have lucked out. I know you don't think you're lucky right now because cryptos are way down. Cryptos are down. Alan, what are you talking about? You're looking at retail price. This is something I'm not hearing anybody else talk about. It's so important, guys. I really need you to get what I'm about to send your direction. The big 800-pound gorilla in the room is the money is failing. The dollar is failing. And I'm not talking about retail value now. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the system of the dollar. I'm talking about the way it's been manipulated and rehypothecated, okay, and put into derivatives. And it's failing right now, okay? So what collapsed FTX or Silicon Bank? The business practices of these banking institutions is archaic, it's done for, it's gone, it's over with. These brick buildings and these overhead of these people who work there and the boards and the conglomerate in which they have all these pockets to pay and advertise and pay the media, and all of this is overhead expense to the whole system, which is not in profit. Because I just explained to you, they can't make any profit. They can't find yield right now, okay? They're not writing bank loans for homes. They're not doing that for cars. All these car loans are calling right now. All these people are going to foreclose on their properties, are going to crush these middle-level banks because the system's weak. It's not necessarily the dollar. It's the whole conglomerate. It's a mess. Okay. FTX failed. Why? Because people wanted their money out. People got a little scared and they pulled their money out. There's not a single, I don't care, JP Morgan, there's not a single bank that's solvent. As soon as people start going for the exits, they owe us money, people. Do you have any idea how much money they owe us? You think that if you put $100 in a bank account that they're going to hand you $100? You think they got $100 of your money laying around waiting for you just to walk in there and give it to them? And this FDIC thing, please, it's comical. I believe they have 4%. 4% of what they're insuring. Insurance never works. I've lived in South Florida. Those hurricanes blow through there and nobody gets their house rebuilt. I don't want to talk about insurance fraud, but holy smokes. I mean, who went bad in '08? AIG. Who were they? They insured corporate money, didn't they? Who failed? They did. So, all right, Alan, you're beating around the bush. Get to the damn point already, would you? What didn't fail? What has not failed? What has not even slipped? Crypto. Well, that's not true, Alan. Crypto's down 90%. Crypto's down in digital dollar retail price. Network didn't fail. Bitcoin didn't fail. Cardano's system didn't fail. The software is not failing. XRP is thriving globally. XRP coin, there's no glitches, there's no problem, there's no bank run. Nobody's going to go run into XRP and go, oh my God, I want all my money for every XRP today. And if they did, you would get whatever it's at, 38 cents or whatever it's at today's current price, you would get that. You would get it all the way down because it would drop as it went down. But it's not failing. The business model isn't failing. The business model is only being proven in these tough times in which we're in right now. That's the concept I'm not hearing anybody talk about. Sound money, institutional money, hedge funds are sitting back and going, system failed. Sam Scam Bankman failed. Where's the corruption level? The people level. The people are the weak point of the system, not the software. Where is the weak point? The weak point's the exchanges are failing. The weak point is well, I wouldn't even call it a weak point, but I would say the publicity behind it is creating weak points. Not the software, not the coin that you hold. The coin that you hold right now technologically is sound. Nobody's come along and cracked it. I mean, yeah, I heard some pretty bad news over the weekend about, there was a couple of issues with different coins here and there. But even those are network coins. Those aren't actual, it's hard to explain, but I know you guys understand what I'm talking about. But that's not a crypto coin, okay? Those are networks. And those networks have had problems recently, okay? I know you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Hashgraph. I'm talking about Solana. Those people have some homework to do. They have some shoring up to get done. I'm not talking about those coins. I'm talking about your dollar coins, your value coins, and I'm not talking about... My favorite coins are real asset coins. You guys know what they are. I believe in what they are. I like them. I think XRP is absolutely a coin that if you don't own, you better come up. Put a comment down below why. Why you don't own that coin. I'm not trying to tell you to buy it. I'm asking you why you don't own it. That's all I'm asking you. I'm wondering. Because that coin isn't failing. The SEC is looking like complete buffoons right about now. Now, are they going to win the case? I don't know yet. Who knows? Let's get back to the banking, Alan. Squirreled off again. This whole banking fraud, the way Congress and the Senate throws Sam Scam Bankman in front of all these people so that they can put him on a stake and crucify him for doing nothing different than every other bank in North America is doing today. What do you think a bank does? They're lashing out at this kid, for taking assets and reinvesting them. What do you think the bank did with your $100 when it went through the front door? Think it's sitting there waiting for you quietly? They reinvested it. Turkeys are gobbling. It's driving me. They reinvested it. That's what they're accusing this man of. Taking assets and reinvesting them. What do you think every bank... I worked for a big company many, many years ago as a grocery chain called Albertsons. We had to count all of our money by 10 a.m. and have it in the bank by 10 a.m. Pacific time. You know why? Because they invested it. At 4 o'clock, we had to, before the bank closed, we had to make another deposit. Each day. Why? Because you didn't get to invest that money that was placed in your bank unless the bank said, boom, it was in by 4 o'clock. Yes, you can invest that money. Every corporation in America does that. All of them. They're making money with money. That's what's failing. Nobody trusts anybody. Nobody can make money off anybody anymore. It's tightening up. And this is what I was talking about earlier, that I got sidetracked with the squirrels and the turkeys. Jay Powell knew this. He padded the pockets of these massive banks, all the big players that you can imagine, all the Swiss banks, all got paid out because they knew this day was coming. The contingent program is a mess. It's an avalanche. Is it going to take them all down? I doubt it. I don't think so. I hope not. We have a big week ahead of us. They knew this was coming. They knew this would happen because they have to tighten the screws. They have to raise the interest rates. They have to take control of inflation. Otherwise, they lose the entire Ponzi scheme. And the Ponzi scheme is leaking big right now. And I did 3 videos about the fact that there's no way to fix a 10% inflation rate with a 5% interest. You can't do that. That's not going to work. And they knew that. They knew that going in. They're going to have to slow everything way down, and they're going to have to make it happen. It's not going to be easy, guys. This is going to be tough times. And the leaks are coming. And don't let anybody in the media tell you, oh, it's the kindness of JP Morgan's heart they bailed this bank out. They have to. They have to keep the music playing. They kept the music playing in 2008 till today. Through what? Manipulation of the whole thing. And I think they're a long ways from turning the printing press back on. I think they want more pain, and they're bringing it. And it's going to be tricky, guys. What I'm trying to say, punchline, bottom line of this whole video, don't sell your crypto. The value of your crypto went down only in dollar amounts because of bad publicity. Didn't have anything to do with your software. The fact that the coin is solid and the idea is solid and the future of that coin is brighter than it's ever been before. And with that, I am out. You know the difference between a cat and a dog? If you lock a cat in a trunk for a couple hours and you let it out, you may never see the cat again. You lock a dog in the trunk a couple hours, he'll jump out of the trunk and lick your face off. That about sums it up.